female gaze, and do you think about it while filming?
Well, yes, I think there's a male gaze, and so there is a female gaze.
By definition, yeah.
But I think we should be talking about the male gaze mostly because we, as female, has been growing in that world. I've been raised by in a heterosexual world, and so my imaginary is heterosexual. I mean, and so I know male gaze by heart. I've been defined, I've been moved by male gaze, been excited by male gaze. So we're in the position where we can be anything as female, because as an audience and as artists, because we know both worlds. We have our experiences. There is no female imaginary because there is not been that many. There's not a corpus. There's not been that many female artists, so that we can say there's this female imaginary. But women have been imagined by men, so they're in charge of our images. Still, of course, we can see. Well, they're the film critics. They're making the speech, and they're talking about the operas when they are done. It's moving. I'm French. I'm living in France. Huh?
The balance is not as good.
Of course, it is not. I had to wait for Wonder Woman to actually feel what it's like to be a superhero in a film, and it actually changed my life. I felt like it was a new experience. I felt like this excitement, and I got out of the room and I was like, I can't be anything, and I'm like, oh, so that's how it feels, you know?
You bring me some men and I'll just throw them.
No, bring me life
anything.
and I'll just eat it, you know. So I feel this female gaze thing is a lot about, being hybrid, being everything.
You work with lots of directors. Mm-hmm. Do you think there's something like a female gaze?
There must be, yeah, but
but is it that different from the male gaze?
I think it's what the difference is that is the gaze politicized on feminism for me. I cannot answer this question. I know I should be, but I cannot answer this question.
Well, maybe that's the answer.
Yeah.
That you have to answer the question somehow because it's so politicized right now. But still.
But I am very politicized, and I do defend the movie as a woman movie made by women. And that.
But why? Why not defend it as a good movie?
No, I do, but you ask me.
True.
And it's you ask me. I do think it's only like it's a cinema thing. It's just that it's just a movie that talks about love, about creation. That is very on many layers. But as we are living in this time, it is political because everybody asks us like about that. That's not us that want to do that. We just want to talk about. Like women between women, point, for 2 hours. But then it's actually so rare that everybody asks, like, what is it, you know?
L'homme intéressé par ma fille est milanais. Nous partons là-bas si le portrait lui plaît.
Vous partirez.
Il faut que vous sachiez une chose. Elle a épuisé déjà un peintre avant vous. Avec une idée simple, en vérité. Elle a refusé de poser. Il n'a jamais vu son visage.
Pourquoi refuse-t-elle d'être peinte?
Parce qu'elle refuse ce mariage. Vous allez devoir la peindre sans qu'elle le sache. Elle pense que vous êtes une compagne de promenade pour quelques jours.
About the film, you have this really almost like a Hollywood star entrance because we don't see you. There's lots of talk about Eloise, and then finally you appear. Is that something you carry as an actor, that you know you have to make this big presence, you have to stun us?
Yes, actually it's like being in Cannes in a way, you know, like everybody's wait for your film, so when you are on screen then it's, you know, people are judging you in a way, like also very not hard, but it's difficult. I try to build my character in 3 main parts. And the first one, the appearance, was just what follows the first time I am on screen. It's for me. I tried to play at that time a very like if I was wearing a mask, like very mysterious, like nothing go through. You know, like to me, I was trying to build this thing, and I tried to do it in the. Like a tradition from the Japanese theater.
Blank, yeah.
Yeah. Then I did like the beginning of crackling in the mask, like it starts to crackle a bit, and then at the end, like a very warm presence.
Yeah, but you describe it as if there are some switches inside of you who can be the Japanese one, the crackling one, and the smiling open one. Is it that simple for an actress?
No, it's just because I love to have theory behind my head. So I was just like, I know, I really thought about that. Like I saw every scene and I was just like, okay, until there, let's say, until there, I am in this kind of mind. Like also with the behavior and the body, like very, very calm, the voice higher. And for me, it was like a Japanese intergalactic emperor. That was my way.
Votre mère est d'accord pour que vous sortiez seule demain. Vous serez libre. Être libre, c'est être seul. Vous ne croyez pas? Je vous dirai demain. Je vais aller à la messe. Vous voulez communier? Je veux entendre de la musique. L'orgue, c'est beau, mais c'est la musique des morts. C'est la seule que je connaisse. Vous n'avez jamais entendu un orchestre? Non.
What would this film bring to other viewers who, like you, saw Wonder Woman? What could this film bring them?
Well, this might be, I hope it's the art house Wonder Woman. No, but I mean, it puts you in this exclusive female world, and so you get to identify, you get to be.
You have to identify,
Yeah, you
otherwise
have
you have to
yeah.
shut up.
You can resist, some do.
Well, I didn't. I liked it very much.
I'm glad you didn't, because I think it's a ride. You know, I'm always trying to craft movies as ride. I mean, it should be, and a ride. You know, is not about. It can be about tak 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 tak, and it's an experience of also sensual excitement and you know, and you can take the female ride, and it's a cool new ride.
And it's a great ride.
I think, you know, there's a lot of loopings, and it's new, and so it's maybe new feelings and new emotions, and that should be about cinema, you know.